think he was murdered. And the fact that he was murdered.
Not forgotten. Live on, brother.
When are we gonna do something?
Check out the top 10 most emotional moments in NBA history. And at number 10, the NBA was welcoming its next big star when they stunned the world.
Before we continue tonight, I want to take a moment to recognize Baylor center Isaiah Austin. You may have heard about Isaiah. He is one of the nation's best collegiate players and was expected to be picked tonight before the discovery just a few days ago that he had a genetic disorder called Marfan syndrome and is no longer able to play competitive basketball. And we wanted to make sure he fulfilled at least this part of his dream. So it gives me great pleasure to say that with the next pick in the 2014 NBA draft, the NBA selects Isaiah Austin from Baylor University.
He just whispered in my ear that, I'll be a part of the NBA family forever. My whole life I'd worked so hard for this moment.
Dang, Commissioner Silva is definitely a real one for sure. But at number 9, a player had the entire arena horrified.
This is the guy that's probably hit the biggest shot in Cavs history. They're going up. Oh my goodness. Hayward came down so hard. Okay, Hayward broke his leg. Hayward has broken his leg.
This injury was so terrifying, it was banned from YouTube. Gordon's moment had the NBA's full support, and in the Celtics' next game, he reassured everyone he'd be fine.
I had a couple things that I was going to say tonight, but I know there's somebody that really wants to let you guys know something, and I'm pretty sure you guys would love to hear from him, so here we go.
What's up, everybody? Just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's had me in their thoughts and prayers. I'm going to be all right. Hurting me that I can't be there for the home opener, but I'll be supporting you guys from here and wishing you the best of luck. Kill it tonight. Thanks, guys.
Man, Gordon deserves mad respect for even returning to the court. And at number 8, emotional moments like this turned Kevin Durant into a viral meme during the 2013 season. His pursuit of NBA greatness led him to the MVP award. But even after receiving the award, he had to keep it real on who the real MVP was. Pictures of his reactions went crazy on social media, showcasing the vulnerability of even the most accomplished players.
I don't know about you guys, but I tend to look back to what brought me here. You wake me up in the middle of the night in the summertime, making me run up a hill, making me do push-ups, screaming at me from the sideline of my games at 8 or 9 years old. You made us believe. You kept us off the street, put clothes on our backs, food on the table. When you didn't eat, you made sure we ate. You went to sleep hungry. You sacrificed for us. You're the real MVP.
I'm not crying, bro. I just got something in my eye. And number 7 shows how much an emotional moment can cost a player tens of thousands of dollars. Man, these NBA refs be tripping. They be tossing players for no reason, throwing slam dunks, and they even got the Gucci Mane ref on four-wheelers during the games. My boy Fred VanVleet had enough and got some things off his chest. He told the refs they weren't doing their jobs right, and they hit him with a tech, and his team lost the game. So Fred flipped.
Ben Taylor was f***ing terrible tonight. A couple of the, out of the 3, there's 1 or 2 that just f***ed the game up. And it's been like that a couple games in a row. You come out tonight, you're competing pretty hard. The third quarter, I get a bullshit tech, changes the whole dynamic of the game, changes the whole flow of the game. Just kind of f***s the game up. Nobody's coming to see that shit.
Damn, Fred was hot. And the NBA didn't care 1%. They gave him a hefty $30,000 fine for speaking out against NBA refs. Getting fined a couple of dollars isn't as emotional as number 6, with James Harden's heartfelt gesture for his biggest fan. Despite his intimidating on-court demeanor, Harden's actions revealed a caring side, as he dedicates ample time to giving back and showing his appreciation for his fans, setting him apart from many other NBA players.
These fans is probably the best fans in the NBA. A lot of fan bases say that, but like ride or die, like probably the best fans in the NBA.
James Harden got active when he heard his biggest fan was suffering from a life-threatening tragedy.
Last week, a gunman killed 3 people and injured 5 more at Michigan State University, and one of the surviving students is 20-year-old John Howe. And he is a huge fan of James Harden. And according to a GoFundMe page, Howe's injuries, they've left him paralyzed from the chest down. So after reading about his story, James Harden stepped in He sent sneakers, including one pair that was game warm, to the hospital for Howe. He contributed to his GoFundMe, set up to alleviate some of the medical bills, and he spent time encouraging the young man.
Everything will work itself out. You're strong. You're all right. You'll be all right. I promise you all right. You got it. All right? Yeah, for sure. I love when you smile too. Okay. I love when you smile. All right? I'm with you.
Harden told me that he wanted to brighten John's day, even if it was just for 1 minute. And he knows that John's life, it's never going to be the same. And Harden, he said he gave John his phone number, made sure to let him know that they will FaceTime again soon. And hopefully, Harden told me, John will be able to come to one of his future games. So we are thinking of you, John. James Harden, that is an incredible gesture.
Man, James is rich and famous and still cares for the little guy. That speaks volumes about his character, much more than his on-the-court achievements. But at number 5, emotional court struggles devastated Russell Westbrook and his family. His highly anticipated trade to the Lakers turned sour when his happy ass forgot how to shoot the rock.
Wants to use the window and hit the top of the glass.
Westbrook, I'm a biggest fan. Westbrook. What you call me? Westbrook. What? Russell Westbrook. He's your biggest fan. No, don't disrespect my name.
Russell Westbrook. You know it, and I know it.
What I'm disappointed with Westbrook is, where's that Westbrook go coast to coast dunking on people?
Bricking like that had everybody on Westbrook's head. So it was at that moment Westbrook became Westbrick. But the cruel jokes didn't only affect him. They hurt his entire family due to them sharing the same last name. The constant ridicule pushed Russ to his breaking point.
I haven't done anything to anybody. I haven't hurt anyone. I haven't done anything but play basketball. Once it starts to affect my family, my wife, even today, my mom said something about it today, and it affects them even going to games. Like, I don't even want to bring my kids to the game because I don't want them to hear people calling their dad nicknames and out of their names for no reason. It really kind of hit me the other day. Honestly, I was, me and my wife was at a teacher-parent conference for my son. And the teacher told me, she's like, Noah, he's so proud of his last name. He writes it everywhere. He writes it on everything. He tells everybody he walks around and says, I'm Westbrook, that's his last name. And I kind of sat there in shock, and it hit me like, damn, I can no longer allow people, for example, Westbrook to me is now shaming, like it's shaming my name, it's my legacy for my kids.
Though Westbrook thought defending his family was right, it only made the situation worse and caused even more issues.
I tell you what it hadn't done. It hadn't bothered him enough to play better. What about that, Chris? Has that thought ever crossed his mind?
He can't shoot.
Oh,
he can't shoot. It ain't gonna make him shoot better.
The Westbrook mockery went beyond TV. Social media was flooded with derogatory posts, and people sold Westbrook merchandise. And some clown even sent Russ a diss track to his DMs.
Okay, let's talk about these shots and why you taking them. All these bricks, man, you could fucking build the stakes with them. What's up with your shot, man? They all backboard, so bold, yeah, can't switch no net. You selling for a check?
Man, one can't help but feel sorry for Westbrook, enduring relentless ridicule, only to be traded to the JV team in LA. Yet at number 4, an emotional moment got Kawhi Leonard roasted by one of the shortest star comedians in the world. If you know anything about Kawhi Leonard, you know that he's the least emotional athlete in the history of sports. And word on the street, his homie is a robot. You could tell because he doesn't even know how to fist bump. Bro sounds mad awkward trying to give his speech.
Hey.
Kawhi can't even tell when his teammates are just playing.
Look at the look he's giving.
The one time he found something funny, it became one of the most viral moments in the history of the NBA.
How would you describe yourself, and what would you like people to know about you?
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. There's just more questions you have to ask in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Kevin, what? What is that? What just happened?
If someone is sitting in the front of one of your shows and laughs like that, what would you
I'm gonna punch him in the face. Punch him.
It's hard to tell what's funnier, Kawhi's laugh or Kevin Hart, who's 5'2", believing anyone fears him punching him in the face. Nonetheless, Hart's roasting Kawhi had over 16 million people laughing. But at number 3, the most emotional what if in NBA history ain't even funny at all.
That shit made me who I am, man.
Derrick Rose entered the NBA as the #1 draft pick, full of hope and potential, swiftly ascending to superstardom.
What a move by Rose. That's your point guard, Neil Funk, going upstairs to get that ball. Woo! Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that!
D. Rose emerged as the greatest Chicago Bull since Michael Jordan, dominating NBA's finest and making history as the youngest MVP ever.
2010-11 MVP trophy.
Rose's rise to the top of the food chain was swift, but its downfall began during an unnecessary appearance in a blowout win.
We're looking to sweep you guys. You wanted us. You were crying out that you bypassed the harder team in Miami Heat.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee and down. He was flying and he came down wrong on the left foot. Now, whether it was an ankle or a knee, I do not know. There's Coach Collins out there and all his teammates running. And this, with the injury, we just talked about the 26 games he has missed with an assortment of injuries and now holding a knee late in a game that is already decided for all intents and purposes.
Rose's terrifying injury, a torn ACL, sent him into rehab, aiming to make a triumphant comeback. But as the day approached, he faced more devastating injuries and relentless doubt from others, making his journey to return to the court all the more challenging.
Derrick Rose, as far as I'm concerned, is finished. And I don't mean finished. I don't mean finished as an NBA player.
Yeah.
I don't mean finished as a great NBA player. I mean finished as the Derrick Rose we've all known.
Amid all the negative attention, doubts crept into Rose's mind. Stories circulated of fans telling him, "You're the man." And he responded with self-doubt saying, "Nah, I used to be." Uncertain about his career's direction, he still held a desire to succeed. But during an emotional interview, you could just feel that something bad was about to happen.
I'm so nervous right now. I don't know why.
Why want to talk to you?
Yeah, because he in New York right now.
Yeah, you just got that last night.
I hope nothing didn't happen.
All right, Rose interview, take 4, marker.
A big separation.
Here it is.
What's up, B? You lying. You serious? Yeah. Just in all. All right. It's funny how everything plays out. It's shy, man. That shit made me who I am, man.
Beyond the emotional turmoil of the trade, Rose's deep connection to Chicago intensified his sadness as he felt his hometown had given up on him. Being traded to the sorriest team marked as the start of future miseries. More trades, injuries, and teams losing faith in him. His journey led him to the Minnesota Timberwolves, knowing it was his final opportunity to prove himself in the league. That night, he experienced the most emotional moment of his life, filled with determination to show he still belonged, a testament to his unwavering resilience and love for the game.
Finally gives it up. Derrick Rose straight away looking at triple, cans it.
He's gotten so much better.
Rose, tough shot. Rose attacks, challenges Gobert, and Gobert couldn't get there in time. Rose playing really well for the Timberwolves. Love the anchor man as well. Derrick Rose got a chance to threaten that here tonight. Rose, who had 19 in the third quarter, has his first points of the fourth quarter. Rose. Derrick Rose has 41. Rose out of the corner, and it's a new career high for Derrick Rose. That's crazy. The stop, left to go. The finish, 46 for Rose. Side puts up a tough shot and hits it anyway. 50, half a century for Derrick Rose. By who else? Derrick, 2011 MVP, Rose.
To greet him, show him the respect. They know what he's lost and now what he's trying to find.
Nick, how impressive was D Rose last night?
This was shocking.
That night was meant to be. It was meant to happen.
Even when a superhero is knocked down, he's still a superhero at the end of the day.
Rose going off that night was the best performance in his career. His breakthrough held a profound meaning beyond basketball and symbolized hope after his tumultuous journey. But at number 2, Michael Jordan faced an emotional moment when the closest person in his life was tragically murdered.
2 18-year-olds accused of murdering the father of basketball star Michael Jordan appeared in court,
showcasing the heartbreaking impact of personal loss on a legendary athlete. The unexpected murder of MJ's father left even the greatest basketball player ever grappling with how to cope.
I mean, I know he had to pass, but I think he was murdered. And the fact that he was murdered is a searing kind of pain. I mean, have you dealt with that? Have you accepted the fact he was murdered?
No, because I'm a very optimistic person to the sense that I don't look at the real bad part of it. I look at no matter what happened to my father, he's not here.
Yeah.
So he's passed to me. I want to look at it in a good sense.
Yet, sitting there in sadness was never an option for him. MJ decided to use his father's murder as fuel. Mike's Bulls were up 3-2 in the NBA Finals with a chance to win his 4th championship, and Game 6 landed on, you guessed it, Father's Day. So you know there was no way in hell MJ would let his dad down.
In Seattle, Michael Jordan. He knew on the release. But Scottie Pippen right here in the middle of the floor. Nobody coming up to stop him. Michael Jordan running this lane. And here is Jordan kicking it out. Pippen. We are just on the road. And one, the 95-96 NBA championship. They can finally come of age. They have reached the level with this crowd, and they played a major part in this victory tonight.
Well, you know, I can't even put it in words. My father's like what it means to me. I know he's watching. My wife, to my kids, to my mother, my brothers and sisters. This is for Daddy.
Damn, that's how you know MJ is the GOAT. But at number 1, the NBA witnessed a truly emotional moment that united the world. It began when LeBron was on the verge of surpassing Kobe on the all-time scoring list.
There's James, goes across the lane, lays it up, and lays it in. And there it is. He just became the 3rd leading scorer in NBA history, passing Kobe Bryant.
Following the historic moment, Kobe tweeted his congratulations, yet little did the world know that those will be his final words ever shared.
Good afternoon from New York. We're coming on the air with breaking news, very sad news to tell the sports world. The LA Times is reporting that retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant has been killed in a helicopter crash.
This unexpected turn of events left the world utterly shaken, with the emotions running high. It was a topic that couldn't be discussed without bringing tears to everyone's eyes.
I'm devastated.
Devastating. Obviously, I found out a few minutes after the reports came out, and
You know, I don't know.
When Kobe Bryant died, a piece of me died.
Following the tragedy, players paid tribute by starting their games with 8-second violations, honoring Kobe's jersey number. The Lakers dedicated a special night to Kobe, with every player donning his jersey number during introductions, and LeBron even delivered a heartfelt speech.
So in the words of Kobe Bryant, Mamba out, but in the words of us, not forgotten. Live on, brother.
And Bron was right on the money. Kobe will never be forgotten. His magnificent career got both of his jerseys retired in the Staples Center. The NBA even revamped the All-Star game to pay homage, naming the MVP award after Kobe, solidifying his lasting impact on the sport.
the Kobe Bryant All-Star MVP trophy.
Kobe united not just the city, but the entire world, making him a legendary player and human being. R.I.P., homie.